Good morning, everyone. And this week is week number 3. And look at the e-learning content in week 3. Actually, we finish all the lectures. We finish all the in-class work. So mainly it's in-class practice 6. And it looks like we have no new content, to move on. I would like you to use today's class as kind of practice session. So I will walk you through the homework number 3, how I solve it. I know the due time.
Wait, don't you mean 2?
Homework 2, right? It's due today. So let me explain how I feel, how I reflect about our performance so far. And first of all, many of you, this is the new content, right? So I know Joe came to my office, asked questions. I received email, asked about the questions, how to work with early start, early finish, and late start, late finish. I know we have used the lecture time already covered the techniques we use, but I think today I would rather slow down a little bit and we do more practice. So what is the practice question I select over here? It is practice, it uses the homework number 3 over here, okay? So the number 2, sorry. And then how I'm going to grade the late submission homework, because it's supposed to be due Thursday before class. That's according to the setup time, due time. And as you can see, I have a post announcement last night. So basically, I receive a lot of emails from this class. Mainly it's because students do not show up in the class time. They have to follow the video. And some of them, they try to go, ahead before our class. I said, no, we should follow the class. And some students also have logistic issues, and mainly it's because of work conflict. I work in the second shift, I work in the third shift, I work, Monday through Thursday. I do not work over the weekend. So these are kind of like logistic issues. I have to accommodate their kind of like due time. What I write over here, everybody can see is I will accommodate their in-class due time. So whatever the in-class work, and if you, according to their schedule, according arrangement, I say, okay, you can get 1 day kind of like extension. It's fine. But I suppose all the homework should be due at the same time, except the disability accommodation. I have to, give them special treatment. They have some other issues. And then in-class work, I hope everybody will be able to submit on Tuesday and Thursday, unless you have a work conflict and have consulted with me and through email. I'm okay, right? But today I'm going to talk about homework 2. For the students whoever have not turned it in yet, fine. I will treat everybody same, give all your exactly 10 out of 10 points. No matter you submitted, already submit, or, I hope the student who haven't submitted, they get extension time because of some other special request, yes, and you will all get a 10 out of 10. But I'm going to go over together. If you made a mistake, you see where you made a mistake, right? And so in this way, and everybody will start at the same point. So, so in class, so far we finished in class 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we up to this week we should be able to finish homework 1 and homework 2, and pretty much I will not really count one by one who should be due, who should not be due. Believe me, it's so much work. I have to treat everybody specially. So up to this moment, I will not count your late submission. From the 4th week, I will. Okay, I will follow exactly what we, the setup we already made. Whoever should be due, you should submit the on time. And homework, everybody, I shoot the target is Thursday morning. All right, unless there's a special like disability extension required time. Making sense? Today, I'm going to go over actually homework. You see only one question, right, to you. I prepare one more question. So I will ask you practice with me together. And then Tuesday, next Tuesday, I'm going to give you a bigger kind of like network you need to set up. So it's not A just 2G. It's going to A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, a bunch of them. So we will use today's like time to do some kind of like a practice and let you to slow down to digest of the information we have covered in chapter 3. Sounds okay to you? Okay. So you have the practice sheet. All right, please open Excel file and open the e-learning homework 2. Which is this file. And then also I'd like you to open Word Excel file. I want you to see, to look at what I did for my homework solution file. I create a kind of like fancy network because I use the PowerPoint symbol. I change the numbers over here. I change the whatever you see, the duration time. I put up 3, 4, whatever over here. And this indeed used a lot of time, okay? I use this symbol because I copy from my PowerPoint. I make some modifications over here. I modified the early start and early finish, and but you don't have to create it's kind of like a fancy symbols over there, and you use so you can use insert and object, like a insert shape. So we can create like this. So, and then you can put a start over here right away, right? So this is a simple way, and you can do the computer work. What I want you to do, because I gave you the Word file, you can just copy, select this, copy, and then go to paste over here. And then, for this one, I would adjust this, the height to be, row height is to be 15. And then double click over here. And there you see, I copy the Excel, the Word file data into Excel. So when you insert the network, so I started with a circle. Here is start. Okay, now you see A, B, C, D. Okay, we can put, if you want to pick the same kind of like size, you just copy and paste. So change this to be A. I want this to be smaller. I can look at right away and make this Excel file to be over here. And then now you can, so this is the A, and then copy A. Now it is B. And you look at this sequence. So A it is the prerequisite of B, and C it is the prerequisite of A it is the prerequisite of C as well. So you put, now I have B and C. All right. So look at D and E. They both use B as the prerequisite. So D and E should be afterwards. And I can copy, change this to be D. And make another one. And this is E. After DE, so look at here, F uses C as the prerequisite. So I can put F over here. Then G only has D as the prerequisite. So G is over here. And EF, so it is they both are the prerequisite of H. So here H. Now I want to create the lines. So you go to the Insert tab and find out the shape. There is a line. Arrow line. So the nice thing is, okay, they already give you some of the points. You can connect them together. If you right click, okay, you can change the line weight. I wanted the line to be a little bit darker and thicker. So this is the weight. And so I'm going to copy this one and move here. So copy and paste, move to here, B and C. And D and E, they both use B. So copy. D and E. Now, F only connect with C. G is connecting with D. And H, now you have two prerequisites. So And also we want to have an end point. So end. All right. So I want to teach you a little bit of trick over here. After you create all the object, arrows, lines, and the circles, and the letters, I want you to find out this, here, the find and select. There's one is select objects. Did you see that on your screen? Please pick up this button, okay, this function, select object. So when you use this one, now you can select all of the, all of the objects at the same time. They are all selected. Now, I want you to, I think we can right click. Can you right click? And then you group them together. The benefit of this, okay, now you move them as one single object. You will not lose anyone when you move your cursor around. Can you see that? Did you all follow me? Good. Okay. One more time. So, okay. So I can ungroup them. So group and ungroup, and use your select object. This is kind of like a button function. Find and select. Now you can select them all together. Right click and find out the group you want to group them together. Now you can move. The next one we want to do is, okay, and find out the select time. So, and then we put early start and early finish and late start and late finish. So let's put them all as center adjustment. So for A, it is the beginning. The early start is 0. And actually, the early finish equals to, if I'm using a function, should be early start plus the duration time. A activity duration time. This is whatever I gave you the handout, I gave you the rules, correct? And you don't have to use the, whatever the formula. If you see it right away, you can say, hey, equals to 3. That's okay. Here, and because B uses C, using C as the prerequisite. So, and early finish of A should be early start of B. So this is 3 equals to 3 as well for B, but it's early start. And it's duration time plus the early finish time. This one equals to 3 plus 4. The 3 plus y, not 3 plus this. So it's 7, correct. And the C actually is exactly same of this one. It is early finish. It's C's early start equals to A's early finish. If you want to use a formula, you can use this way. It is 3. If you don't want to use a formula, that's perfectly okay. And here, the early finish equals to 3 plus 6, right? And then look at the drawing. You should look at the drawing. Every step you want to put some kind of like numbers in your table. So D is using B as the prerequisite. So, and B, where is B? B's early finish equals to D's early start. So then D's early finish equals to early start plus the duration, 6. That's for B. And for E, look at E in this kind of like a chart, and E is using B as the prerequisite as well. So, and this is the starting time is 7, correct? So 7, and then the finish time equals to 7 plus E's time duration or activity time. For F, and look at over here. Oh, F is associated with C. So I need to use C's information. So A, B, C, C is 9. Early finish of C is the same as early start of F. Here the duration is 3 is 9 plus 4. Now is F is the early finish. G is one line connection. That means G only has D as the prerequisite. So G, the early start equals to D, early finish. And 13 plus 6, it is 19. But for H, this activity has 2 prerequisites. So both E and F. So there's a rule. If you have 2 prerequisites, you have to pick a minimum or maximum. What's the formula for forward? Maximum. Okay, so I'm going to use the maximum function of E and F. So it's E, comma, and 13. So here, maximum of E and F, early finish. So in between, you just put a comma over here. Now you have 13. So early finish equals to 13 plus 8. So this is 21. So if you see, I have here is 21. So, but I said the Word file I generated over here is quite time consuming. It's very time consuming because I need to manipulate one by one to change all of the numbers, change all of the, sometimes the space is too small, I have to enlarge it big. So I won't ask you to do that. But for me, it is just pretty, okay, neat. And then I'll move. So we will do the early finish, a late start and a late finish. This time is backward. Backward, you see G and H, they are all the end, at the end. So that means we will start them as the late finish for G and H. They are all 21. Okay, they have no kind of like connection as a prerequisite between G and H. They can be concurrent. So 21 and 21. So, and then this is easy. And the late start equals to late finish minus the activity time. 21 minus activity time 8. Can you see that? I have this, just a simple formula. Late start equals to late finish subtract the activity time. Now I'm starting to work with F. So F is connected with H, and it is this is start, and this is start equals to this finish. So, and F is finish equals to H is start, so equals to 30, because these two, F and H, right? Now, here, the early start equals to 13 minus and 4. Now you go to E, correct? So E, it is the same of H. It's the same as F as a prerequisite of H. So this is 13. This is early start, but later start of H. 13. Then here the late start equals to 13. Subtract activity time 9. So after we see this, E, F, now you go to D. D, it is connected with G. G, late start, it is 15. So here it is 15. And subtract activity, here, equals to 15. This one equals to 15, subtract activity time, now it is 9. C also, it is straightforward, just a one line connection. So C, it is connecting with F. So you need to find out the F. F, what is F's like late start? 9. So equals to 9 and subtract 6 activity. Now you have the late start of C. And be careful when you look at A, because A, it is the predecessor to both B and C. So in the backward path, and then this one equals to the late start of, so now we have we need to figure out a B. B, it is only 1. So so B equals to, B, it is the two kind of like prerequisite of D and E. So it's you must finish in the backward path. There is a rule is if you have two predecessors, if you are the so let's say it's the B, it is the prerequisite of both D and E. The late start should be the minimum of the late start. So minimum, you have to use the minimum function B. And look at it is D and E. So we need to look at the D and E. because B has two arrows pointing to D and E. B, it is the prerequisite to both D and E. Because 9 and 9, they are same, your minimum number is still 9. But the late start equals to 9, subtract 4. Late finish of A should be the minimum number of late start B and C. B and C, so B and C, these two. Because these two, they are connected together, either way you can use a comma or you can use a colon. So it is 3. So here I'm using colon, or you can choose to have a comma. That's individually you type in the two numbers. Late start equals to late finish, subtract 3. Okay. This is 1. So for slack time, equals to late start minus early start. Okay. Or I can use late finish minus early finish. So I want you to double check whether you get the exactly same result. They are the same, right? Slack time, no matter you use which formula to calculate, it should be exactly the same. Then what is the critical path? Any activity, if you see the slack time is 0, they should be on the critical path. So I will highlight this. It is A, and it is C, A, C, F, H. So, and that's why you see A is C, F, and H. Can I change my critical path? Yes, you can. You can pick this C arrow. You can change the color to be red. Right click this single arrow, okay? Right click, you see, okay, there is a sign say, hey, outline. You click the kind of like drop down arrow. You see a lot of like colors. You can change the color, manipulate your critical path to be red color. So A and C, this one, I change this here. So also you can change the letter. This is showing, okay, the color difference is showing these are the kind of like a critical activity. These are the activities indicating what is your critical path, right? And how much time we spent over here? Probably, I would say at most 30 minutes, because I'm slowing down. If you work on your own, it probably won't take so much. So that's your homework. It's just 30 minutes. I don't think it's enough, right? Let's practice one more question. Okay.
Two, I think, would be kind of a good one, because it's like three, three activities that kind of merge. I don't know.
Yeah, we will do one more time. Okay. And any kind of anyone having difficulties, or kind of you want me even slower more? Anything kind of confuse you about the rules? Later start equals to, and the start of the finish always equals to start plus activity, and start always equals to finish minus. So minus and plus. Are you okay with the computers? You know, we draw the simple circle, put the A, B, C's over there, and the arrows, so you can connect them together to generate a kind of like a E file. We are okay, right? So we will try one more practice. I have the second problem. It's on your sheet. So I need to probably, give some kind of like a file to you. Otherwise, okay. No, I decided to do manual work. So this is sheet 1. Click on sheet 2. Here I can name this as a homework 2. So, and this is one more practice. It's not in your homework. Okay, let's put the activity. You have A and B. Okay, now it is, I would call it a kind of like so immediate predecessor. So then it's B, A, comma, D, C, E, and F. So time, days, 2, 5, 1, 10, and 3, 6, 8. This is the preparation of your data, and I also want you to write early start and put early finish, late start, late finish. If you want, make the format better, and I put them as a center alignment. Now we started to draw our circles. insert, I see A, B, C, they are all the kind of like a starting point. They can be concurrently carried out these activities. So so they are kind of like hold your key, hold your shift. You can draw a perfect circle, A. And then copy A, Control C, Control V, move this, here is B, C. I have this fancy one. It took a lot of time. Okay, I don't want you to do that. We can use our table and to finish the data. But for drawing for the network, just draw the simple network. So A, B, C, they are all kind of like starting connecting with the start point. And D connect with B. So D and E. E actually has two prerequisites. So both A and D. So this is E. F, there's only C. And G, both. Now we start to draw the lines. So I draw the lines from start to A. I want to change the line weight. Right click. Weight, use 2 1/4. ABC. We're connecting with starting point. E should have 2 arrows pointing to E. So E from A to E, from D to E. C and F connecting together. C and F. Then to G, we have two lines connecting between E and G, and F to G. And now we have this completed, okay? The network, I suggest you, highly suggest you use this. You use select a subject, select them all, and then right click group. Otherwise, when you move your cursor, you may break, your network will be becoming a mess, will become a mess. So start point, A start point is 0, so just put a 0. Early start is 0, early finish equals 2. Early start plus activity time, B is 0, equals 2. Early start plus activity plus D. D is connecting with B. So B's early finish, it is D's early start. D's early finish equals to early start plus activity 10. E has two prerequisites, both A and D. For this one, you need to use maximum rule or minimum rule. Maximum rule. So maximum of A and D. So A and D, D is 11. This time you cannot use a comma. You cannot use a colon. You have to use a comma. Okay, colon will select all the column, but all the connecting cells value. But the comma only let you select the individual number.
Question about
Huh?
you have the 11, shouldn't that be
Oh.
15?
You have a question about the D, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, D. Yeah, you are right. I just say here should be. This is not 1. It is connecting with B. I connected with C, right? All right, I made a mistake over here. So early start should be 5. Now, thank you. So for E is 15 and plus 3, 18. E is the maximum of A and D. Yeah. Okay. Finish equals to F. F only have one connection, connected with C. So it is C. C's early finish. F equals to, the early finish equals to 1 plus 6. Here we need to use the maximum rule again. Max of E and F. The last one, G, after you apply the maximum rule, then early finish equals to early start plus the activity 8. Now this is the forward path. Oh, why? No, it's not this. Okay, it is C. 26. Do we finish all of this? Then we can go backwards, practice. Backwards, we'll start with G, only one ending point. So backward is 26, later finish. Early start equals to 26 minus 8. For E and F, late finish equals to G's later start. So quickly I can fill out all F's later start and later finish. For E, it's also simple, same as G's later start. For D connect with E. So connect with E. Equals to 15, subtract 10. After D, it is C. C is connecting with F, so F is 12, later finish. And equals to 12 minus 1 activity time. For B, B is connected with D. So D is 5, later start, later finish, later, here the equals later finish, subtract activity is 0. For A, it is connecting with E. Where is E? E, it is 15. And equals to 15 subtract 2. Now we can calculate their slack time. Now we see B and D, E, G. These 4 are the critical path. So I would just pick the line to be the red line. D, if you want, you can also change the color of the critical path activity. B, here is D, E, so these are the 2 practices. You walked with me together, we slowed down, and it's not really hard. It's just probably for you, you are not familiar with the topic, it's going to take time. For me as well. So I need to slow down, especially when I need to apply the minimum and or maximum rules. So if you found some negative number, you get something wrong. If you found your slack time using the 2 formula, then you get a different result. You did something wrong. You need to go back and check where was the mistake, okay? So today's is a simple practice session. I just want you to be more familiar with the network, and also probably some of you are familiar with the Excel drawing using insert and a shape or lines. Some of you don't, that's okay. But I slow down, let you see, create an electronic file using Microsoft Excel or Word. It's not so difficult if you want to make a simple drawing. Of course, if you want to make this type of drawing, well, it is time consuming. Yesterday, I tried to create a template of the symbol. Then I gave up. Okay, it's too much time. And I know it looks beautiful, but so it took me like sometime. I really, I don't want to do that. Okay, so you don't have to submit anything for today. I really, I hope you gain something, even though I do not ask you to submit, get 3 points or 5 points, but you learn something. Everybody at this moment, 1, 2, 3, 4 in class and homework 1, homework 2, I will give you credit anyway. Today's I will give credit anyway. Even though you made a mistake, I will not make any subtraction because we go over together, correct? From homework 3, I really wanted to, to apply our cutoff time. Wherever you set up the due time, I will follow exactly the due time. And late submission, please talk to me before you see some kind of like difficulties, issues, or travels, or emergencies, or whatever. So I'm going to apply our rules set up in the syllabus. It's really, really hard to manage the 38 students without using a standard or criteria. Thank you all. So that's today's class.